should be good. I think 5G. We see if the such technology is getting forward or backwards. I wouldn't do that tour without you and without such magic place like a Krakow main market square, so-called the Old Town. I still say I'm surprised with tour visitors that they asking Thomas, what is the Old Town? It's like a number one Schindler's Factory, Jewish Quarter, Wawel, Royal Castle. But just Old Town is only thinking about the stomach, and of course don't know what is the Old Town. But I think in 1 month, less than 1 month, there should be the Olympic Games, Krakow, tennis, tag ball, padball tennis, and that visit card should be very transparent for and obvious for people. A few days ago, we got the very horrible weather. You know, the Constitution Day of Poland was the horrible weather. You could see my short that's showing parade of military people, and that was not so special. But now we got a very good air. Krakowians, they got a problem with air condition, and now we got the fresh air. And as you see behind me, the magic cloth holes. And I want to start with the interesting story of the family Gross. That was exactly in the place that today is the McDonald's, McDo. Have a look. Exactly on the photography that I pointed you at the beginning of the tour. You see black and white photo before Second World War, just in 30s. Jacob Gross, Polish Jakub. They've got the nice porcelain and we say china or ceramic shop. That was the very luxurious shop exactly at the corner of Szewska Street and the Rynek Główny. You see exactly that corner. My mom said my grandfather was the director of the commercial bank, in that time state bank, in that place. That was the West Bank of Poland, and just now we say American embassy. Hello, Food and Moon Pakistani. I add you as the moderator. Always live contact with people. They want to join me, my friends from Asia, from States, and of course, hey-goers, because that tour is specially dedicated for the hey-going group of Ben, and that was the excellent to collaborate. But look at this. Just again, I show you the most popular street for the entertainment. You know that street is there also for youth people, for the different clubs, and the Banja Luka, like cheapest beer, close the main market square. That is very magic, the direction the west. But now it's the 8:30 p.m. You know, in Poland the sunset is earlier than, for instance, in Germany or France. We've got the same time zone, but the sunrise is earlier, and exactly that is direction west. And as you see the other building, that was the story of the first cafe house, cafe in Kraków. The such lady, they opened the first cafe, and they took the cafe from Vienna. And the first cafe discovered the Polish merchant in Vienna, Kulczycki. After Battle of Vienna, they've got the choice. They're getting the gold or food for camels. And he preferred food for camels, coffee, and he to open the first coffee shop in Vienna, and then in Krakow there came coffee also to Krakow. That's very early. But look at this. There's always magnific illuminated cloth halls. We say the oldest shopping mall of Europe. People there first time. The ground floor was used for the stables for horses, even elephants, camels, and first floor exchange chambers. But now is National Museum with the beautiful glass window, and the top part was made by Santi Gucci. If you stay with me to the end of that live stream, that you've got the end story of the family Gross, because we the such title of my channel, that live stream is the episode 0. It's mean that we starting in the magic market square, and then we going to the unexpected death and close the old town. That's why I want to make the bridge with the beginning of the story of family Gross, that got the, of course, tragic story in the Second World War. and then to the house that one of the family grows. The two brothers to emigrate, one to Israel, other to Australia. That's why such interesting. But as you see, the Grand Plaza, they recognize as the one of the biggest market square in Europe, over 40,000 square meters. And of course, walking tour is the walking. You could enjoy the nice. Golden drink, we say the here Tiske, for instance, in the such restaurant with the not only beer but of course traditional Krakow food connecting with Austrian traditions. But look at this again at the illuminated facets of the main market square lane CD. Obviously, it's the Monday. That is the still touristic place. Oh, let me pin your message at the top. Thank you for any supporting, any questions. Of course, questions as always appreciated. Again, I show you the capitals. They are just always impressive for people the first time. Each capital, they got a different decoration. Here, for instance, the faces of Krakow men with the different hats. I'm staying also with the hat of Hago, for instance, on the part. That is always impressive to going little around. Blue spanners next to your names says good questions. Just could you explain that these are blue spanners, because I just don't know what do you mean the blue spanners. Oh, okay, and have a look here. We getting the last open amber shops in the cloth halls. On that, decoration of walls. That's just the tradition of Krakow is the white and blue. The flag of Krakow is the white and blue, and that is just always such flag. This is also visible on the part. That's such form. Maybe there's a such form. Oh, look at this! What's going on the second part of Market Square? There will be, I think, always magnific. On that line, you see the family Batman house, but of course the symbol of Krakow, the main parish church, St. Mary Basilica, over 800 years old. Demonstration of the group of Ukrainians, and then monument of the Polish Shakespeare. We say the Adam Mickiewicz. Of course, that's just like a number one person. In the time of the occupation, the square was renamed to Adolf Hitler Platz, and the monument demolished. And the Poles respected the place of Mart and put the flowers around to respect the biggest hero. Then at the background, the smallest church in the old town, St. Adalbert. That was the place of funerals of the different witches, lefties, and also thank you for comment. And also, of course, for the arsonist, for instance. And on that perspective, you see the much better perspective. You could notice at the top of the cloth halls at the letter S from Sigismund the Old. Oh, look at this. His second wife was from Italy, and she came with famous Italian architects. Francesco Frontino, Bartolomeo Berecci, Santi Gucci transformed Krakow in Italian style. That is the very special part. Yes, I came closer from the less loudly corner because in Krakow is such place that anyone that could express own point of view. Krakowians generally they should have the neutral blood, and have a look. There's just in such sunset colors. Just after sunset, Art Deco style with hard rock. There's the 3 hard rock cafes. Oh, and then I've got the biggest danger on the live stream if they're putting the pop music, because now the group of demonstrants they're putting the live stream, and in the live stream is by YouTube blocked because of the property release. I don't know if they got such permission, but maybe yes, because there is the police supervising the group of Protestants, and they putting now the music that I cannot put on the YouTube, because immediately YouTube blocking me because of the property release. Look at this, just from the tomguidekrakow. There's just always perfect attitude of people, and behind the Krakow Pisa Tower, the leaning tower of Krakow, the town hall tower, the former town hall, now is the panoramic point to Krakow. But you see a lot of flags, demonstration, and in one moment, the most impressive moment, always making positive attitude, by two biological horses getting on me, as a such traditional form of the ride around the market square. Anyone that can't feel like a King Charles, but not King Charles inside or Queen. Okay, Gmo Studio. Hello, hello. Just as you see, it's a very active live stream. Today I was jogging in the forest far away north of Kraków, but I managed to come to you and do the live stream for 1.5 hours. Not long live stream, but it's always impressive background. As you see here, the next rich family was the family Szarscy. There was the background with Jewish family Sarah, and look at this Restauracja Szara. And that is the old logo inviting visitors. We've got the 24 Michelin guide restaurants in Kraków, and that is always impressive matter that you could enjoy food on the high quality, for instance, that's a mart. But have a look, does it just we walking on the line, the last line of the main market square, and we getting with the unexpected corner to the house of the family Gross, as I promised, as like my project zero. Now you see is the not warm. That's why you see that we need the heating. It's about the +8 degrees Celsius. That's why we need such heating system to warm up. But it's the very excellent for the visitors. And the first, you see the coach from the family Montelupi is the house. That family organized the first post between Kraków and Venice. And today you could get the post stamps in the such Poczta Polska, we say Poczta Osobowa, the personal Poczta, that is the always magic. But take the print screens now is of course not like an Hego easy, but if you manage to take the print screen, those I would appreciate. Here, even on that church, you could see the Krakow patchwork. The lower part, thank you. The lower part is Roman style. You see the white color, and then Baroque style. We are just too poor to destroy the old styles, and always we kept the old style lower, and then is like a style salad. Here's the music and club from 60s. I did remember there was always like a need to take the ID student card to enter. You see the music from 60s, but a very nice old house under salamanders. But we walking so-called the royal way. No, you know, on the royal way, there's of course the window tax. More windows, higher tax. Less windows, less tax. That's why have a look. That is such is hostel. Hey, now only 2 windows, bunk beds. The people that squeezed like a sardines, and then Grey Goose, the noble restaurant, and one of the most expensive and the oldest restaurant in Kraków, and in Poland even say Wierzynek Grande Grill. Coming closer. According to the tradition, during the such supper, even dogs and horses could drink beer soaked in oats. Michelin guide recommended 1,000 places you should visit before die. There's just the Wierzynek. Always, if I see any visitors from Warsaw, the luxurious cars always they prefer to eat there. You know, the king of Cyprus, Egypt, emperor from Germany was the Sigismund, Luxembourg was as a visitor, and the king, according to tradition, Wierzynek, you see 1364, but it's just like a badge of Michelin, the number one of the just Wierzynek. As you see, that they've got a nice information. Of course, the up floor is the noble part, but look at this, the view from the Wierzynek on that piece of market square. please share information about that live stream. We've got the 12 people in the house. I know it's not easy to jump to the live stream. I announce it on my profile on the Facebook, Tom Guide. You could find me also on the Facebook, Tom Guide. I got a group, Kochamkrakow, Love Kraków, and there was over 47,000 members. That's why you could join also group accepting rules, of course. Rules that are very important. And you could publish beautiful photos from Krakow. You could be fan and member of Krakow lovers, so you'd say. Okay, and let's go Grodzka Street, the Castle Street. And oh yes, absolutely. Food and Moon, excellent. Just put. Let me. I pin your message at the top in donation. And we got also Georgian food like a chachapuri, as you see. That's just such tradition. We got 400 different cuisine in Krakow, and from the chachapuri. And again, other kind of biological horses. Such ride the cost. There's about $60, for instance, for 15 minutes around the market square. But this depends on the time that the people take. And the horses have to stay, of course, a long time of activity, of the hard work. Yes, then we got everywhere in Krakow Kantor. Kantor is just like the exchange office, and there was usually the Jewish cantors from synagogues. That's why the exchange office is called Kantor. Then we've got the Pijana Wiśnia, drunken cherry. I know there's a lot of meanings of cherry. In English, there's just such a nice kind of the glasses for the drink. There's just you got such form, very very special. That's why there's such little thing. Yes, Royal House, excellent. Thank you for the opinion. Yes, it's the Polish horses. The Polish Haven is the best, the most friendly for the breeding horses. Look at these such beautiful souvenirs, and you've got the very typical from Krakow also decoration. As you could get such beautiful patterns, of course, and just the paradise for tourists. Okay, and we're getting a little around the corner. As you see, there's like a most popular street, Grodzka, is of course Monday. That's why the people should be all at work, not thinking about the weekend. But in Krakow, always, if you walk even on the Monday, you've got a weekend atmosphere. You see the tourists, as you see, and even such shops like a Kocyk, they open 24 hours. 24 hours, you could get all grocers is just open. Even at night. And then we get into corner with the new modern wing of the pavilion of the Mark Chagall of Kraków, Mr. Wyspiański, the most beautiful stained glass windows that I think they are worth to see now by night, illuminated form. And the spooky palace, now the town hall of Kraków Magistrat, after the town hall was relocated. Then we've got the such form, Franciscan monastery. Look at this, the people, tourists strolling. No, that's just, yes, of course, you should visit Krakow. Yes, I just would love. As always, is the easy accessible. You could see access if you see the airlines. So the Krakow airport is the second important in Poland, second biggest. You see the Droga Królewska, the royal route, and exactly you see the plan, what's going on in Krakow. And we've got the Krakow story. Is the long. Good night. Thank you for watching. Krakow story. And this, of course, local-made souvenirs. Very nice place. And then we see the 3 stained glass windows. They were not permitted for the Catholic churches. And the cartoons, the project Waiting, and Heinrich Probus, the priest, then Casimir the Great, but his skull is like from the grave, and Sigismund Stanislaus the bishop. Very, very special. Made just a very, very special. They were recognized. Wyspiański is recognized as the Mr. Mark Chagall of Kraków, as always for tourists making closer such name. And look at this, even on that place that I'm staying was the church, but not war, not fire, but the just church was aging, and on that place is the such beautiful toy plan showing that church. We suppose that was even the wall of the church is underground. If you enter inside of that pavilion, then you see such wall. You see the beautiful illuminated tree. Even as just always is something that you could any inspiration in Krakow is in any corner. A former pharmacy Bobilewicz. Greetings to Gogo, and just we see the Grodzka Street and the direction the Wawel. And look at this here. That house, that pavilion is my fresh surprise. That was we jumping camera especially because was the narrowest house in Kraków with one window and pod 3 lipkami. And this house was demolished, and on the place is put the pavilion. Then hello, Rafał is excellent, expert of Romania, life in Romania. The beautiful, the programs. That's why I highly recommend the channel Life in Romania. Rafał now the breaking record, 13,000 viewers, subscriptions on the YouTube. That's why it's the real powerful channel. You should watch Rafał Mora. If you, Rafał, again do write any information, I put your channel at the top because the chat information showing me for 2 seconds. And if you click write, yes, okay, Rafał is okay. And now you are on the top, Rafał. Yes, okay. Rafał is at the top, and yes, Rafał is also managing moderator. Okay, and have a look. We're walking Dominican Square. And as I promised, my idea with the episode 0, it's mean that we going through the narrowest point for Krakow trams, that getting very close the church, and there's even danger the church could be strong destroyed with the such resonance of tram. That's why in one moment the tram going through the narrowest gauge, and we going always to the unexpected. Oh, you see even live music here, breakfast, lunch, everything. You got the information in English. In Krakow is no problem to communicate in English. And you see everywhere the electric scooters. Segway scooter stays the future of Kraków. We're going green as the green city, and there is the huge project of the but look at this. At the moment, the tram is going. The trams always they've got the priority. We as the bikers, scooter riders, we have to afraid of trams because it's very serious problem if you don't see the tram running quickly. Oh, and look at this. There's the narrow street, Dominican Street, and we following the tram going direction the Jewish quarter, but we getting to unexpected place on the way. That is the such project with the short live streams. Of course, yes, Wendy. That just, I think I've got some even regular followers on my YouTube channel of the Segway. I started the tours 12 years ago. That's why 12 years experience. And if you see the TripAdvisor is the just open public matter, you could see a lot of opinion about my tours as the Tom Guide or Tom. That's why if you click Segway Kraków, then Tom Guide Kraków, I'm sure you get some opinion of the TripAdvisor. The company Segway Point is #1 in Krakow. That's why I just from heart promoting the best Segway company in Kraków, Segway Point Sienna 17. That's why there's a lot of happy customers, and that is the highly recommended point. And have a look. The tram getting to the right, and we going also to the right, to getting to the oldest park in Kraków, Planty. As beautiful illuminated with the lanterns in the style from 19th century. And the park, imagine those created in the time of Republic Kraków. You see magic lanterns, but we getting to the much more illuminated corner to see the old cinema and the house of family Gross, as I said, connected with the place that we started at the beginning of Szewska Street, Shoemaker Street. The trams, they've got a very good frequency. We don't have subway. Kraków Oh, yes, yes. Oh, perfect. Wendy is also Segway driver. Perfect. Oh, yes, yes. Watch my shorts about Segway tours. If you see on my YouTube channel shorts with Segway, even I did some lives on Segway. I Wendy sent you extra films connected with my Segway tour with customers. Just I got the gimbal and I explaining the just whole tour. And have a look on the left, the old cinema. We've got a very good timetable, as you see, with departure of the there's the Holy Gertruda Street, and the former cinema, but not now transformed into supermarket. As a such destiny, I did remember films. I was in a very long film over 4 hours in that cinema, but the cinema Vando, Kino Vanda, that is such sentimental value. Then we've got the former Hotel Monopol. Always was there for me. Is that hotel is always Monopol, but not now Best Western with the new upper facade. Oh, we got such magic mirrors. Which was waving you. There's other part, and we getting the first street to the left soon. That is just Sare Street, on the president of Kraków, Joseph Sare, and. If you see the interior of the hotels as very luxurious, I would say very posh, that you could, you got a real, oh, Holger is coming, haha, Holger is getting as moderator at last. Holger, good Abend. I say that it's just the good that there's still new viewers they want to support Tom Guide Krakow. And look at this, we are walking few steps and then we getting to the street that is our destination of the tour. Oh, there's the Polski Fiat, look at this, there was the just excellent house. If I was in Latin America and always, if they recognize Poland, they say, oh, Maluch, Polski Fiat. That was excellent. Still on the ride, also there's just any ready, just even at the Dakar, they took even such Maluch, Polski Fiat. But the production, I think, ceased to exist in 2000 finished. Yes, and then we getting few steps. Be patient. Please recommend my channel or share the information about the tour. I would very appreciate if you want to increase the amount of subscribers, because now we've got the less than 60, I think. 60, oh, I'm in darkness. 60 subscriptions to 4,000. 4,000 subscriptions is my goal to get it, and then it's just a very little bit frontier. But we passing the former Deutsche Bank. Now is nothing. That was the. Oh, that's just the. There was the old Zoo Technology Institute on that place, but now it's the nothing. There was and we getting Joseph Sare Street. We got the in Polish declination. You see here Józefa Sarego, Joseph Sare Street. Józefa Sarego is like a Sarah because it was just a Jewish surname because there's like a son of Sarah. And if you watch my film about the Freemasonry in Kraków, that is just the blue. That is just the masonry. There was the former loggia here, secret loggia on the right, on that part. And we getting to the place that is also even the one department of the theater Bagatella. In that place that was the former Freemason loggia. Oh, it's the little spooky area. Look at this. Here is the completely darkness. That is just with some on the life. You've got such adventure. We're walking through the dark places, but there's stay connected because we getting to the most important two brothers. From the family Gross, that I say was very important family that for the production of the porcelain, then ceramic, and that's my idea of the episode 0, to finish with the any corner that is out of the old town, in the place that was called like a Krakow Venice. Imagine here was the old Vistula river nearby, and in the Bogusławskiego street over there was the water even up to the first floor. There was the old photographies showing the people going on the gondolas. Also, there's just very silent corner. I'm just too loud as it's like the evening. And have a look here, the two brothers that I want to finish. Here is the plate commemorating the Nathan Gross. He had to emigrate to Israel in 50s, and his brother Joram Gross emigrated to Australia, and he's got the Blinky Bill on the arm. He was the filmmaker, and he prepared the best Walt Disney productions, and that is such commemorating two brothers on the Josef Sare Street. And around that street there was the famous even Nobel poet that is staying here, like Czesław Miłosz, for instance, just in Bogusławskiego, with his wife Caroline, even died here in Kraków, and there's the commemorating him, the famous Nobel Prize person Czesław Miłosz. Yes, and as you see, there was such half illuminated corners, getting better light to you. As you see, we could make the such magic corners to Krakow in the we say moderate time, not very long, about a half hour. That's why in the such half hour this is Stara Wisła. Wisła is the W-I-S-L-A. Wisła, we say Vistula. And that's why there's a such form. Yes, today is the really very should be the relaxing day off. But I promise that I do also such short live on Wednesday. That's why please prepare for the same time on Wednesday. I try to do also any live. That's why be with me on Wednesday, just the day after tomorrow, the same time. That's why if you inform your friends also that the Tom Guide they want to share in any live stream with you, such illuminated live stream as you see, that is just we staying in touch Wednesday 8:30. Big thanks for watching that part. Thank you for any kind of support, promoting my channel, sharing among your friends. 4,000 is so close that I'm so excited to see 4K. There's a big thanks for joining such short vlog, the short live stream, not vlog, and see you and on Wednesday similar time. That's why just I try to get any such interesting live stream about the maximal half hour, not longer, because longer is no one got the such big thanks again. Wendy is my moderator, of course. That's okay. I putting Wendy at the top at the end of the term. And see you again. Big thanks and all the best wishes to Hey Goers. Stay in touch and see you on Wednesday. Big thanks. Bye bye. Thank you.